Hello, everybody. This is Alan Beckley coming to you from my recording studio in Plano, Texas. I am the inventor of the Wonder Wallet, and I'm bringing you a theme today that is perhaps a little different than what I've been doing in the past. And of course, I do my usual advertising. AlanBeckley.com is my website, and you will find lots of resources for inventors and creative types there at alanbeckley.com. Normally I talk on a specific inventive topic for these Facebook Live presentations. Today I want to go slightly off topic, but I want to talk about something that's near and dear to me and I believe to millions of inventors. And that is, I guess the key topic here is, why am I doing this? Almost every one of us at some point in time wake up and say to ourselves, why am I doing this? Or somebody else says, why are you doing this? So let me answer several different ways. I'm very passionate about this. Why is it that I am doing this? By this, what is that? Well, first of all, why am I creating, or why have I created 3 plus almost 4 years worth of blogs on various inventor topics? Why do I have a website, alanbeckley.com, that has said blogs, but also has lots of other information, and also has information on my webinars? And speaking of which, why am I doing webinars? So why do I have a blog? Why do I have a website called alanbeckley.com? Why do I do these Facebook Lives each week? And why do I do little freebies on my website? So those are a lot of questions. Here's some of the answers. I do feel very passionate about a couple of things here. One of them is there are millions and millions of inventors, many of whom have really, really great ideas, and only a tiny fraction of those will ever achieve any kind of meaningful success commercially. And I think that's a sad state of affairs, unfortunately, and there are specific reasons why this is so. And one of them is it's just very risky to bring any new product into the marketplace, and especially in the case of an inventive type of product, an invention. You know, you're going against the Procter & Gamble's of the world and people like that. So there's high risk in inventing and bringing a new product to the marketplace and having any kind of success with it. So for this reason, there's lots and lots of inventors who strive to achieve success, but really very few, and I count myself as one of the few, are able to achieve commercial success with their product. And so part of my thought here is giving back and helping other inventors. My whole goal is to take what I've learned over better part of 15 years, lots of bumps in the road, lots of mistakes that I've made, lots of things I wished I would have done just a little bit different, you know. I want to take those things and boil out of them the things, or distill the things that I know are helpful to new inventors, and especially people who are just getting started down that path. My whole goal really is to help more inventors to be successful. And sure, I've done some one-on-one consulting, and I've had helped quite a few inventors, honestly, and mostly I've helped them to avoid spending thousands of dollars on things that are likely to be unproductive, like working with invention marketing companies that usually will just bilk you out of your money. So I've done a variety of those things one-on-one, but my bigger goal, and it's a much bigger goal, is to be able to help thousands of inventors. So that sounds great. So how do you help thousands of inventors? Well, there's 2 key ways to do that, and I'm working on implementing both of those over the next several months. The first one is you create a webinar. A webinar is much like any presentation you might go to where you're sitting in a room full of other people and learning some kind of information, except in a sitting with other people, there's a limited number of people. Maybe it's 50, maybe it's 100. A webinar can have 1,000 people from across the world tuned in to somebody to learn something, in most cases, or virtually every case, for free, some valuable information, and there's generally a premium product at the end of the presentation. That's how the presenter gets paid, basically, but it also is, more specifically, a way to deliver even more value for those in attendance. So a webinar can do something that a seminar cannot. It can have unlimited number of people, it can be done multiple times, it can be done from any place in the world, and it can be done with fairly inexpensive tools and equipment, all of which I have here in my studio here in Plano. So webinars are a great way to take a message, to take training, to provide something of value to people, and over time build a tribe, as we call it in the business. And really help not just a few, not just 100, but perhaps thousands of people. There are people out there like John Lee Dumas, JLD, who's literally got maybe millions of followers, and he's helped so many people. Pat Flynn has 250,000 subscribers, I think. So there are people like this in the business, Amy Porterfield, who've helped all kinds of people. Oh, hi, Gloria. Good to see you again. So I'm very passionate about this. A webinar is a means to provide information, not just to a few, but to thousands, and in a meaningful way. So I feel strongly about that. Now, I mentioned two. The second one is a podcast. I'm not doing a podcast now, but a podcast is something I would like to do in the future. That's yet another way, if you know Tim Ferriss and people like that who've been very successful. Tim Ferriss has a phenomenally successful podcast that goes out about 2 or 3 times a month. So a podcast is another way so your voice can reach thousands or tens of thousands of people. You can have guests on your show. You can bring an additional set of information, and this information is always free to anybody who wants to listen. So podcasts are just a phenomenal business resource on a whole bunch of different topics. So my goal, my purpose is to help as many other inventors as I can to achieve meaningful success. That is my answer for my question I started out with in the beginning as to why am I doing this? And specifically, I have, as I mentioned, my website, which I always cheesily show here, alanbeckley.com, that has a lot of these resources on it, including lots of blogs. Oh, thanks. I appreciate you watching me, Gloria. You've tuned in more than once. So, reach out to my website or subscribe, and I suppose you probably are. If there's any way I can help you, I'd love to do so. And anyone else who's watching and listening. But anyways, back to the main subject, through my blogs, I can help people. Through my website and my experiences and what I've learned, I can help people. But I can help a lot more people through webinar, which I'm working on as we speak, and also ultimately through podcasting, which is yet another way to reach thousands and thousands of people. I just believe it's a great way to get a message out there. It's a great way to educate people, and the price is right, and it's free, really, and that you really just can't beat that. So that answers your question, why am I doing this? If you go to my blog this week, it says, come in, let me show you around alanbeckley.com. So there's kind of an intro to my website and a quick way to reach some of the resources. And then I have a free resource, my favorite blog topics, that also you can just click right on the top of my alanbeckley.com, go to blog, and you can see some of the favorite blog topics people have been interested in. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and let me know if there's any way I can help you. And I'm also reaching out on Twitter and a few other places like that, including LinkedIn. So you'll be seeing more in the future, but I want to take just a few minutes and share with you why the heck I'm doing what it is that I'm doing. So we'll sign off for now, and thanks a lot, and we'll say 再见.